Welcome back, sports fans. This is Double MC the Jock. I'm Micah Creighton.
And I'm Mark Capizera.
I'm professional flag runner Patrick Moynihan.
And welcome to the third episode of Season 1 of Double MC the Jock. Upcoming on this episode, we have a lot of great stuff for you, including the recap of one of the greatest games in Centennial history between Centennial and Wakeland this past Friday night at Toyota Stadium. Go into a little bit more, Mark.
All right, so I don't know if there's any way to fully describe this game. It was tied at 63 headed into overtime, so that should be self-explanatory enough. There was very little rush defense played more than anything. I believe, where are the rushing stats? Hunter Williams had 212 yards on 22 carries and 3 touchdowns. That's insane.
Unbelievable running, too, and I think, too, that as a Wakeland team, they were pretty overconfident coming into both games last week. They got beat by Reedy 35-28, and then they thought this game would be we'd lay over and we wouldn't stop fighting, and I think as a team we played really well. How was it from a fan's perspective, Patrick?
As a professional flag runner, I've gotten pretty good at watching football.
Absolutely.
So this is really one of the best games I've ever watched.
Also, one of the greatest plays I've ever seen live was Bryson Jenkins' catch.
So, that was definitely one of the best plays I've ever seen.
And I think as a team, too, it brought the momentum up also, and we didn't let Wakeland light up, and I think as a team, it was a great experience. It was
Bryson Beckham Jr.
Yeah,
that was definitely a turning point, though, because that second quarter, we started going a little bit downhill, and that really brought us back in.
Absolutely. Right. This week's game is going to be Thursday at the Star, and it consists of 2 district teams in the hunt for a district championship between the Centennial Titans and the Reedy Lions. And nobody ever got the thought that these 2 teams, beginning of the season, would be in the hunt for a district championship.
No, they're both undefeated, and Lone Star is too. We get them, next week, I think?
Yes, Lone Star next week. So
2 most important games back-to-back weeks.
The winner of this game will go on to probably play Lone Star, and whoever wins this game is most likely going to be the district champ.
I think that's right, and Patrick, quite a lot of excitement. I mean, we're tied for first place right now.
Yeah. Like I said, first game we were playing Frisco. I thought, we lost last year. So this is going to be a good game to watch, and then we won that one. I was feeling pretty confident, and then we lost next game, but that doesn't even count though.
Yeah.
But still, it really hit my confidence in. But then these past couple weeks, it's just been amazing. I've really got a lot more confidence in us again. So this next game is going to be the hardest one we have all year, if you look at it that way. But
I think the star performers also in the Wakeland game were Ferguson Ohobora, who's leading the district right now in sacks with 4.5, and also Hunter Williams, of course, who's been rushing for over 163 yards a game, and also Brock Floyd, who came in and played and has the leading district man in tackles and came in and played quarterback and scored 3 fantastic touchdowns to help his team succeed.
I think it's too bad, though. I mean, what happened to Weston? I know he's injured, but
final verdict is Weston Symes, the Titans starting quarterback, is going to be out for the season with a collarbone injury. Let's keep it in our thoughts and prayers as well. But I think also as a team, I think we can regroup, and I think that this team has a chance to actually do something really special. And we have a lot of young guys, but we're really ready for the task, and I think that we're going to shock a lot of more people.
I think you're right, and let's take a look at the district standings here. We mentioned that we're tied for first place, but I think the real shock for everybody in the district so far this year is Frisco High School. The Raccoons are 0-6 throughout the whole year. They're 0-3 in district play, and it's not looking good for them right now.
At this point, I wouldn't even try and win a game. It's you go 0-10. That's still a record. It's not a good record to have, but still you get your names written down.
That's true, but not for a good reason.
Yeah,
it's like getting dress coded for losing. It's terrible. It's for no reason. It's not a good thing, but you still get it written down.
But I think, too, if the playoff started today, I think the Titans, from what standings would show, they would end up playing McKinney North. And if the playoff started today, the Titans were probably 45 seconds away from actually beating McKinney North. So I think and a fumble away. But I think as a group, the Titans are really in good shape to make a run, and we could actually shock some people.
I agree.
I think you're right. And thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Double MC the Jock. I'm Mark Capizera.
I'm Micah Creighton.
I'm professional flag runner Patrick Moynihan.
We'll see you next week, Titans.